You know what? You can always count on some folk who don't know nothing about politics to weigh in, and Dr. Phil is one of those folks. So he's touting this 70-minute interview that he did with Donald Trump, and frankly, he allowed Trump to sit here and lie repeatedly during the interview. But here, to me, is one of the questions that I just find to be stupid and idiotic from Dr. Phil. Listen to this.
I wanted to, and I know that there was some news coming out of Georgia today, there was some news coming out of Florida today, that they're stepping back from this. And
very good news.
I called for the other day, and I don't know if you saw it, but on Merit Street Media, where I now do my show, I called for President Biden to stop all of this now. And of course, a lot of people said, oh, he can't stop it, it's a state case. Well, okay, that's an explanation for stupid people, but for people that understand how this works behind the scenes and all, I say the same thing. They need to stop this. They need to stop pursuing you. Since you started your campaign in 2015 to run for office, there have been so many attempts to get you off the board even before you started your campaign. Then once you were in office, 2 impeachment opportunities, they changed the rules to try to make it high crimes and misdemeanors if there were business conflicts, and in this case,
never ends.
It seems to be never ending, and that is a distraction to you. And I really wonder how that affects you. What do you say to yourself about that? Because it seems to never be ending.
It's a never-ending thing. There's a thing you've heard many times. It's called Trump derangement.
Well, yeah, Dr. Phil, maybe it's never ending because he keep doing wrong shit. What you just heard right there, let me just be as succinct as I possibly can. You are full of shit, Dr. Phil. You are full of it. You are absolutely full of it. First of all, let's be real clear. They changed the rules when it came to high crimes and misdemeanors. Hey, Phil, have your ass ever actually read the Constitution? The Constitution does not actually define high crimes and misdemeanors, which means that the United States Senate and the United States House can define those very things on their own. Sounds to me like, Dr. Phil, you're an apologist for Donald Trump. Sounds to me like you were trying to kiss a lot of Trump ass at Mar-a-Lago. And then this, I think that's for stupid people to say Biden can't stop it. Let me be real clear, Dr. Phil, because clearly your doctorate ain't in political science. Clearly it's not in history. It's actually not in anything political. President Biden can't stop a damn thing. In fact, Dr. Phil, if Biden picked the phone up to tell Fani Willis not to prosecute Donald Trump, he has no jurisdiction. He has zero authority. He has no authority over Fani Willis in Fulton County. He has no authority over Alvin Bragg in Manhattan. He has the same amount of authority over a Democratic DA that he does over a Republican, which is none. And no president, and no governor, and no mayor, and no county judge should be calling a DA telling them what not to prosecute. Now, Dr. Phil, you've operated as a witness in many trials, so you know a little bit about the law. Last I checked, Dr. Phil, it doesn't matter if you are a former president. It doesn't matter if you're a candidate for president. The sign above the Supreme Court says equal justice under law. And if somebody broke the law, and if a DA took it to a grand jury and got an indictment, then they have to go through the exact same procedure as any other regular Joe or Jamal in America. But I want to know how you feel. I want to know how you feel. All the attacking, they seems like they trying to keep you off the ballot. No, Phil, seems like his ass keeps breaking the law. All you did was sit there and just kiss Donald Trump's ass for 70 minutes. And y'all, then they posted some interview of some black woman in the crowd. She like, man, after that, I have a whole different view of Donald Trump after that interview. Well, yeah, if you sat there and saw Dr. Phil kissing his ass for 70 minutes. See, y'all need to understand what the likes of Dr. Phil are doing. First of all, he tried to say somewhere else, I'm not a political person. Really? After the comments that you made? Now, Dr. Phil, come on. Anybody with a quarter of a brain know you full of crap for what you just said. And so, yeah, you're going to get called out for it. And it was totally BS. I mean, they sitting here, they sitting here coming after you, and it's like they want to take you off the board. How about this, Dr. Phil? Why didn't you say, hey, Donald, if you don't want to be prosecuted, stop doing prosecutable shit? How about that? That could have been your position, Dr. Phil. But no, you want to use your platform to absolve Donald Trump of his alleged crimes. But here's the fact, Dr. Phil, as somebody who's been on the witness stand, participated in many trials, he was found liable for sexual assault in New York City. And he kept defaming E. Jean Carroll. I'm sorry, did you admonish him? Did you tell him, why won't you listen to the law? Please tell me, Dr. Phil, why didn't you tell Donald Trump to shut his mouth and stop insulting judges and violating gag orders? Oh, I'm sorry, that's right. That didn't go along with your long effort to kiss his ass for 70 minutes. You deserve to be criticized for that joke of an interview, Dr. Phil. Because essentially, what you did was a 70-minute campaign prop for Donald Trump. That's what we saw from you, Dr. Phil.